want to start this video giving all praises to Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai Ba'Shem Rakakadash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles that teach this truth before I even knew this truth. Double honors to them, to all the elders and the apostles. Peace and safety to the elect. Peace and safety to the 1/3. And peace and safety to the 144,000. And peace and safety to all those that listen to this message. And all those that listen to the message from Great Millstone. I'm driving right now. I normally don't like doing videos like this, but it just came upon me to do one. So I'm over here in Maryland, whatnot. But what came on my mind as I was driving, just looking at all the things that's going on right now. I really can't give too many scriptures right now because I'm driving and I gotta stay focused. But y'all can bear with me. I want to first say that it's a very blessing to be in Great Millstone, to know the truth, to know what's really going on. Because if you really think about it, how we all came to know about it, we all used to believe the lie, we all used to drink that Kool-Aid. That Kool-Aid was leading us down to a bad path. But now this path that we are taking is leading us to a path of truth, that we know Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai. And we know his true name. And we think about all the things that's going on right now. People killing people like crazy. McDonald's co-worker killed her other co-worker. I mean, people don't know how to respect one another. We got this wars with Russia and Ukraine and Israel. The United States is about to get involved. Then we got the chariots that being seen. And then don't get it twisted. We also got the fake chariots that's out there as well. And I'm going to soon do a video as soon as I find this one more video to prove what I'm saying. Because a lot of people might think what I'm saying, because I've been following this even before I knew of Great Millstone. I've been following this stuff with these UFOs and these chariots way before Great Millstone. And it's some things that I need to bring out that the brethren really needs to hear, especially when it comes to these chariots. I remember when I was talking to one brother only through messaging on YouTube, and I was just explaining to him that, telling him, be careful of the chariots. They got some that are real, some that are not real. And that brother was saying he thought that at first I was saying that I don't believe in the chariots. And I'm telling him, no, I believe 100% in the chariots from Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai. But the only thing is, you have to understand, there are chariots out there that are made from Edom. And they got technology because they always like to leak their own stuff just to let you know that they got the that they had the power, but you have to follow the breadcrumbs. And I don't want no one to ever think when they listen to my videos, they think that I'm trying to salute Edom, which I'm not. The only thing I'm just trying to tell brothers and tell sisters and tell elders and tell the apostles that don't be ignorant to Edom's devices. He got tech. Trust me. I have seen the tech. Because they post the tech on YouTube. And then some that I have seen personally. And they got all type of tech. And just know that their tech, if you was to see it, it will really make you think that it's a chariot from Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. Because I just looked up some information that I'm still going to post showing that Edom has the capability to make their crafts go 15,000 miles per hour. But these crafts are unmanned. They're unmanned crafts. But they're able to get them to go 15,000 miles per hour. Can you imagine that? And the reason why this new technology that I found out, because the profession that I am, I basically deal with electricity. So I know how electricity can be used to travel. You can even use light as light travel. Some people might think that's far-fetched, but I'm trying to tell you, you can actually use a form of light as a means of travel. Yes, and you can use sound as a means of travel, and you can use a magnetic pulse as a means of travel, and all this is being done in a vacuum. So the technology is real, and the reason why I'm gonna find this last video, hopefully they didn't ban it from YouTube, but I still have another video that can't support it. But I really need this one video, because this video is the video of all videos. Because when I first seen it, it lets me know that light travel is possible. So a lot of people will say, oh, you're digging too deep and stuff like that. The only reason why I'm bringing this stuff out is because I don't want my brethren to fall snare to these devices. And I know we do our talks on spiritual power and on Edom and their devices and what they're doing and prophecy. And also we do videos on history. But not too many people are doing videos talking about how Edom has chariots as well. And that Edom will use his chariots to deceive. Because in Matthew 24:24, it says that basically if it wasn't for the elect, they will, but the elect would not be deceived. And seeing that I seen this technology way before GMS, and then finding GMS, it really connects the dots, seeing that reason why I'm here. And the reason why brethren need to know about these false chariots. Now, I have heard other elders from North Carolina, South Carolina, talking about the fake chariots. They'll briefly say it, and they are aware. But these subjects need to be brought out even more, because the things is, from what I am seeing, a lot of the technology that even some brothers and some elders and apostles have been in the game for a long time, they might actually think that they're seeing a chariot from Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, are actually seeing chariots from Edom, because of the technology that I have seen. And a lot of brothers will say, well, where are you getting this technology from? Where are you saying it from? The thing is, Edom will always leave breadcrumbs intentionally. That's what I'm saying, intentionally. because the last video that I had posted so far as UFO technology, they were stating that they were saying that it's some people that believe that the UFOs are made by United States government, and they said that they want that to not to be thought about, that they actually want people to believe that this technology is actually from alien technology. And what I'm trying to say to a lot of people that are listening to this message is that most of these chariots that people have seen are really actually government made, and they will be used. And that is the scary part about this, because when Yahushua comes, he's going to have his chariots as well. But there will be chariots from Edom. And when I say chariots, he would try to disguise his vessels to look like vessels from Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. And some might say, well, how would he do that if he never seen them? He probably has seen them. But how he really has seen them is through the dreams that we have. You have to understand, Edom does not understand how to read the scriptures. So his cheat code is to listen in on our videos from when we have our dreams. So he uses our dreams, and he uses his frequency waves to get into our minds, so he can make these vessels look and act like they're coming from Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. So just like in the movie Independence Day, when Vivica Fox told the girl, she warned her, do not go out there. And she said she won't, but she already had her sign made. And what happened? She went out there because she wanted to see the aliens. And she went up to the top of the building, opened up her sign, and then when the aliens struck, it killed all those people that was on top of that roof. And what I'm trying to say is, when you see these chariots, do not run out to them. Because remember, if you are of the elect, they are going to come visit you. And even with that being said, you must still be cautious. Because it was a forum that I went to, and this is way before I came into GMS. I said something, and then as soon as I said it, they had to make a video on it. And what I said was, I said the government is actually going out there, and they are abducting people. And the reason why they are actually abducting people is so when the abductee gets abducted and they tell their story, they feel that it's real because it is real. But the thing is, these people that these abductees are seeing are actually two things. There are human beings in suits, and they are actually robotics that are actually made to look like a so-called alien. Because the point is to deceive. And that what Edom does. He deceives. So his plan is to deceive. To deceive the elect, not to deceive the people. Because when the elect see the bullshit that is happening, we are going to say it. And then everybody is going to start looking at the elect saying, well, what the elect is saying is actually making sense. That those were not actually chariots from Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, but those actually chariots coming from Edom. And that's what the brethren need to know. They need to know that there are chariots that if you see them, you would think it's from Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. And that is the whole thing. That is the goal. The goal is from Edom is to have, it's not a fake alien invasion, but a fake Messiah invasion. To make people feel that the Messiah has really come. So that when people run out there, they're thinking that these chariots are there to gather them, but they're actually there to kill them. So you have to know that they are chariots that are not from Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. And that is the most craziest part. Because the technology is there. They just released that they have a jet that can go at Mach 6. They already have a jet that they made that goes Mach 3. That's around basically 2,000 miles per hour plus. So they already have a jet that could do Mach 6. And that's around 4,000 plus miles per hour. And I'm here to tell you that that is extremely fast. And the reason why this video, I have to say what I'm saying from my background of doing electricity, is that for me to see that they're able to make a jet go at the same speed as something that does not use fuel tells me that Edom has really been at work. And they really have. Because you can use magnetism, static electricity, all combined, and you can use sound waves and radio frequency as a means of travel and light. So to see that they have already made ships that can travel using radio frequency. Because when you look at your cell phone, you can dial your cell phone and call someone from one end of the world to the other, and the signal goes through. So basically, they have found a way to use radio frequency as a means of travel and light as a means of travel. Now, for first hearing this, it sounds like some bullshit. But the point is, radio frequency and sound waves, they give off a pulse, and magnetism gives off a pulse. So if you're able to shoot out just like an MRI machine, if you have a little bit of familiar with an MRI machine, in an MRI machine, when you have to use it, you can't have no metal. It's so strong that if you have any metal that's nearby, it will suck it in. So they tell a patient, you must take off all your metal. So basically, when you use magnetism as in a pulse, just like if you have a strobe light, it's pulses. So imagine if you pulsate, you know how you have negative and you have south, north and south. North and south attracts to each other. So imagine if you're giving out pulsating negative and south coming from in front of the ship at a rapid speed, and then your ship is actually pulsating the opposite frequency. What that would do is that would cause the ship to travel. Now, it might sound crazy, but it's not. Just imagine how a helicopter uses wind. It uses the wind for lift. And a jet engine does the same thing. It uses air propulsion as a means of travel. But the thing is, people will say, well, what you're saying is bullshit, is because how the hell can you use light as a means of travel. The thing is, to use light, you have to have a certain form of metal, and it has to be pulsated for it to have a means of travel. So what I have seen, that Edom has that technology. Because if you look at the video, when it shows the chariot, which is actually from Edom, that is over there in Jerusalem, and it's over top of the dome over there in Jerusalem, and then it makes a flash. It makes a pulsating flash, and then the chariot, that's from Edom, it just goes up in the air very, very fast, and it was on the news. That is light pulsating technology, and that's how they're able to travel that fast. But the thing is, to travel that fast, even if you have an unmanned aircraft to travel at that speed, it will still destroy the device. So to do that, you have to make your own gravitational field. So when you make your own gravitational field to travel with that light pulsating, now the structure of your, I would say, your ship or your machine will not come apart. It's just like if you have a jet that's going at a certain amount of speed, that jet has to be able to withstand that G-force, not just for human beings, but actually for the structure and the integrity of the machine. Or if you want to say plane or jet, whatever how you want to say it. That's why you have to have your own magnetic field to push away from the magnetic field that is around you. And you have to have that because if anything comes in the way, just like when they put a car in a wind tunnel, they have to make sure that that car is mostly aerodynamic as possible for speed and for efficiency of saving gas. You don't want to have a square looking vehicle drive down the highway and you're trying to save gas. You want it to be more aerodynamic as possible. And if you see a video in a wind tunnel, when they will take smoke and they will have it go over the car, you will see that the smoke does not touch the car because the car is so aerodynamical from the air and from the G-force and also from the magnetism, because everything has a magnetism around it. It pushes the air over it. So what I'm basically just trying to say to people is, don't think every time you see a chariot that is actually from Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, that these chariots, most of them that you are really seeing are from Edom. And I mean that. And a lot of people might hear this message saying, you don't need to be a part of GMS, you don't need to be in here. And I'm not going against GMS because, I'll be honest, I'm new to GMS. But that doesn't mean what I'm saying is not true. What I'm saying is very, 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 very true. And to see that other elders and brothers said the same thing, that some of these chariots are not from Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. So that means I am not alone with what I am saying. The only thing I'm just saying is to be careful. To be very careful when it comes to these chariots. That just like how we have to test everything out. If you meet a new brother or sister, you have to test them out. But with these chariots, you're going to have to test them out. Because don't think every time you see a chariot and it looks good and it looks cool that it's coming from Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. Because you don't want to get caught up. Because the thing is, Edom knows that the real chariots are coming for his elect. And his goal is, when he listens to our phone calls, when he listens to our videos, when he sends people that he pays on the side that are civilians to watch us and to stalk us, they're looking and they're listening to know who are the elect. Because you got to understand, the elect is going to fight against Edom. And their goal is to capture the elect before Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai comes. That is the goal. Because if he captures the elect before them, how Edom feels, then there's no war. But the elect will be preserved. Whether even if they die in sleep, they can come back. And then, or Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai can intervene. So the main thing I'm really trying to say is just be very careful when it comes to these chariots, and also when it comes to you talking about the chariots when they come. Because if you're not trying to say that there are real chariots and there are fake chariots, then you're not helping out the situation of the brethren. And that is something that needs to be stressed. Because if elders that are above me can say that yes, there are fake chariots, then that goes to show you that this is real. And everybody needs to take it very seriously. And they need to know that Edom has their devices in every way, even in holograms. Don't think because you see something that it's always coming from Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. You have to know that it's coming from Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. Because Edom is really at work in these last days. So, with that being said, be clear of the MOTB, the C-HIP. Do not take the mark. Do not take the C-HIP. Do not take the MOTB. And I'm about to soon be home. So I want to say to all the brothers and sisters, be safe. So I want to say Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai Ba'Shem Rakakadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles, bishops before me that taught this truth. Peace and salutations to all the elders, to all the 144,000, to all the elect, the 1/3, and all those that listen to this message, and all those that's making their videos, and all those that's going out on the highways and byways spreading this 100% truth. All safety to you and all blessings to you. Shalom.